Yes, people, what is going on? Well, that's it, isn't it? Dolphins season is over. We're here for another Miami Dolphins post-match reaction video. And the Dolphins got absolutely smashed by the Minnesota Vikings. A friend of mine is a Vikings fan. Very well done. You played very well. But the Dolphins team is what I'm going to focus on because I'm only going to say this once and I'm going to bleep it out. We were shit. We were shit. I'm fed up with it now, to be honest with you. I'll be honest with you, for ages I thought it was Tannehill and I thought it was certain receivers. I thought we didn't necessarily have the receiving core that we once did, and I thought it was a couple of big name players, and there was a handful of things that I thought, oh, that's what we're lacking. And I've whittled it down. There's only two things that's wrong with their team that we have. Only two things, which you assume wouldn't mean you'd get absolutely blown out like we did. Because we got battered. We really did get battered. I'll go through our two scores very quickly first. We had a field goal. Yeah. We then had a pick six from Minkah Fitzpatrick, who, I'm going to just say this now, I like very much. He gives away way too many penalties. He's not experienced enough, and they've got him doing a lot. Right, I'm just going to say it now, he's definitely one for the future. Not saying get rid of him, not saying don't play him, but just pick your moments. We put a lot of pressure on him from a very young age, and people are running riot against him, to be honest with you. He did well with the pick six, fine, but people are still running riot against him. The other one, we had a 75-yard rushing TD. I think Balaj got it. I like Balaj, but you can't run the ball with him every first down that we get. Now, let's go into it. I've realised what the problems are with the Dolphins. I know what it is. It's the offensive line. It's the offensive line. And the protection that they give the quarterback. And be honest, I mean, I'm not going to lie and sit here and go, oh, Tannehill's a great QB. He's average. He is average. I'm not going to lie and say something that's incorrect. But he's an average QB. You have to protect him. You have to protect him. And we didn't. We never did. We never did in this game. Any times we did, pardon me, any times we did, we got minimal out of it. And there's a reason for that, which I'll go on to in a sec. The actual offensive line, it just falls apart. It absolutely falls apart. Every time that we get a bit of pressure against us, it falls apart. I don't know how many times Tannehill got sacked today. I think it was about 8 or 9. I don't know that factually, but I'm pretty sure it was about 8 or 9. Maybe 7, 8. Something like that. I don't know. It was around about 8. Right? I'm saying this now. The reason Ryan Tannehill keeps getting absolutely battered and keeps getting injured and got a dodgy shoulder and a dodgy ankle and then the other ankle ain't great and then he had his knee problems and blah, 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 is because there's no protection whatsoever from anyone on the offensive line. Anyone. Anyone. Nobody. I was joking with my friend, who's a Minnesota fan. I turned around and said to her that the first 6 picks of the Dolphins draft this season should all be offensive linemen. And as bad as it is, I don't even think it's that bad of a shout. I don't think it's that bad of a shout. It ain't going to happen, of course. But it's not that bad of a shout. There's two things also I want to consider in this as well. And it kind of goes down to the draft and the quarterbacks and various different things. I personally think we should have gone for a QB and traded up in this draft, just gone, to get a QB. And we didn't. We went with Tannehill and he obviously got injured and now our season is what it is, fine. But you still need a franchise QB, which unfortunately Tannehill is not. He's a good QB and he does all right for us, but he's not a franchise QB. You look at someone like Brady or Rodgers or Breeze or someone like that, Tannehill is miles away from them. Absolutely miles away. Miles away. And I think this is what really annoys me, is we could have gone and traded up and actually given teams something to work with here. But instead, what we decided to do is we decided that we were going to just go with Tannehill and see what happens. And it's failed massively. And the QB is a big problem, and it's the big game players. That's what else we're missing. Big time missing the big game players. Gore is our only big time player. Real big time player. Cameron Wake can only do so much. Right, he's 35, 36, he gets sacks galore, but he can only do so much because it's what he's given. A decent offensive line stops him, as bad as it is, unfortunately, it stops him. Pressure from elsewhere means that Cameron Wake can't get in and get the sacks that he does. He's not a big game player. Xavier Howard, he will be a big game player, but obviously injured, missing, whatever. The problem I've got, and it is a real problem, is the fact that we've got no big leader with cojones to kind of go and have the balls to turn around and go, yeah, no, we are annoyed at this. This is what we're going to do. This is what we're going to do. And create something out of nothing. Amendola is an experienced player, but he can't create something out of nothing. If you give me Jarvis Landry or Danny Amendola, I'm picking Jarvis. I mean, I am biased because I absolutely love the fella, but I'm picking Jarvis. I am massively picking Jarvis. Right? And that's what this kind of game missed today. There was one point when we were 1 score behind them, and if we would have gone in for the... sorry, 2 scores behind them. If we'd have gone in, we'd have been 1 score behind. And then that we settled for the field goal. It was when Amendola dropped the ball right on the goal line. Jarvis Landry catches that. I'm sorry, he does. He does catch that. He gets himself, and people become so aware of where he is. And everyone goes, where is he? Sorry, I've sworn again. Where is he? Where is he? Where is he? Where is he? And you have to deal with him. And then that leaves other people, or even Jarvis himself, to go and get in there and make that big play and get the offence going again. Because we did slack. We really did slack. The offence was nowhere near good enough today. It's not Tannehill's fault. He just dealt with what he could. But when you keep running the ball the same way we have been doing for ages, whether it be Gore or Drake or Ballage or whoever, Bolden as well, we just run the ball consistently on first down. We don't get anywhere. We never get anywhere. We have the one where they break away today, fine, whatever. But it don't work every single play. It does not work. You just got to try little bits and bobs. And that's what we haven't got. We haven't got that one player of magic to turn around and just go, yeah, we can go and get in that. We can go and sneak up. Oh, if we throw one over the top, he'll get it. We haven't got that, and that's what we're missing. And that's the I think it's going to sum up the whole season. Is that I like Gase. I think he's a cool coach. I think I like the way that he does his next man up. I've said that many times on here. But you're missing someone like Sue. You're missing someone like Landry. You're missing someone like Ajayi, who, if he would have progressed the way that he could have, I mean, my God, he could have been one of the best running backs in the league. You're just missing stuff. You really are missing stuff, and we haven't got anywhere near enough experience in this team to go, yeah, right, we're actually going to do this and we're going to challenge. We haven't got enough of a threat on either side of the ball. Either side of the ball. I remember when early days when I was supporting the Dolphins, a good 7 years ago now, we were really good on defence, and like we were never a playoff team or whatever, but people used to fear us because we used to be like second in the league or first in the league in interceptions. We used to have people like Brent Grimes away back. It was a couple of players that you go, yeah, I really like the fact that that's our main threat. At least it's a threat. We're just average on both sides of the ball, and it's not going to get us anywhere. And that's it, to be honest with you. That is our season done. We aren't going to catch up with the Colts. They've now got a game ahead of us, and they've got 2 quite simple fixtures, really. The Titans and them play each other. They're the ones that we're going to have to try and catch. We ain't going to do it. There's no way we're going to do it. So that's it for the Dolphins, to be honest with you. Look, I'd like to be positive, but to be honest with you, I could see us losing the last 2 games. I really could, as bad as that sounds. It's such a high from last week, and I thought, let's just try and build on it. Really try and build on it. And I tell you what, if we are going to lose, let's go and lose by a decent scoreline. Let's go and give it a go and just have it a bit. No, nothing. Absolutely nothing. And I'm fed up, to be honest with you. And that's it. That's all I can say about this game. We lack massive players, and we haven't got anywhere near enough experience. And that's it. And I'm still going to do the 2 remaining Dolphins games for reaction. And I might do some playoff stuff as well if I fancy it. But the Dolphins won't be there. No way they'll be there. That's the way it goes. I'm sorry if you don't like the opinion. I don't like it either. But it's just not going to happen. So we move on. Anyway. Thank you very much for watching. If you're new around here, make sure you subscribe. Thank you all for last week's support as well with the Miami Miracle. I got to my 1,000 subscribers, which I'm over the moon about. Thank you so much. I'm now on the road to 2K, fun enough. So if you want to support that grind, then it'd be massively appreciated. So thanks very much for watching. Thank you for your continuous support. And it is what it is, isn't it? We go again, but ain't going to be enough. Sorry, Fins fans.